This is Blend Club for July 2023. The tobacco that we're going to be reviewing today is Peterson's Elizabethan mixture. Let's see what we can find out. All right, before we get into the review, I want to take a look at a little bit about the mixture, about the blend, and we can find that on tobaccoreviews.com. Peterson's Elizabethan mixture. Notes: Elizabethan mixture was launched by Dunhill and made in London until production was transferred to sister company Murray & Sons in 1981. It was made in Belfast until new owners BAT closed the Murray factory in 2005. Dunhill's Elizabethan combines pressed darkened Virginias with a dose of Perique, all ribbon cut, to create an easy to enjoy blend with a tangy character and a bit of pepper spice. Elizabethan has been made since its 2013 reintroduction by STG after being unavailable since 2005. Firstly under the Dunhill brand and now as a Peterson product after Dunhill withdrew their brand from the pipe tobacco market. The brand is Peterson, blended by Dunhill, manufactured by Scandinavian Tobacco Group. The blend is Virginia Perique. The contents: Perique and Virginia. There is no flavoring. It's a ribbon cut. The strength is medium. The flavoring is none detected. The taste is medium. And the room note, pleasant to tolerable. All right, so Elizabethan mixture has been, there's several YouTube tobacco personalities who either this is their favorite tobacco or it's one of their favorites. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open it. And the way to do that, if you're new to pipe smoking, this is the first video you've ever seen, is there's a little indentation here, about 3 of them all around. And you'll listen, maybe you can hear it. I don't know how old this is, so it may not do it, but usually when it's releases the pressure, you'll hear a little sound, a little pressure release sound. Hear that? I don't know if you heard it or not, but it's kind of like a sucking sound that sort of releases that pressure that this tobacco is under. They do that to try to keep it as fresh as possible. That way, that's the reason why you can take tobacco that has been pressure sealed and just put it away until 8, 10, 12 years, then open it and it's got a little bit of age on it, which in my opinion is the best way to enjoy pipe tobacco is it being aged. All right, so let's take a look and see what we got. First of all, of course, we've got the little cover here. Take that off, around. I usually spread it out to about like that. All right, and then if I can get it out of here, there's a little cover kind of looking like thing. Let's see if I can get this tobacco off the cover. There we go. Made in Denmark, vacuum packed for freshness. There's a little cover that goes on top of it. And then I'm telling you, man, as soon as you release that little cap there, that little cover, the aroma is just almost fills the room. It's so rich in flavor and aroma. It really is a truly great smell, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So the first thing we want to do is we want to stick our nose in here and see if we can smell the aroma of what the blend has in it. So let's do that. Oh, and I forgot. If you want to go along with me on this review, get the tobacco, and you can kind of do the same thing that I'm doing, and kind of go along with me on this review. Yeah, the Perique is very prevalent, but so is the Virginia. Now, Virginia, in my opinion, it does have a scent in certain tobaccos, but mostly Virginia is used as a sweetener to give regular tobacco, and for those that are brand new to pipe smoking, an English blend, which this is kind of an English blend. It's an offshoot. It's more of what's called a vapor, and I'll explain that here in a second. But for those types of tobaccos, there are no toppings, which means they don't spray like vanilla or caramel or cherry flavors or any of that kind of stuff onto. So in order to make blends kind of sweeten, get them a little sweet, is they add Virginia, because Virginia is a sugar-based tobacco, where other types of tobaccos are oil-based. So the sugar-based Virginia will sweeten, because it's got sugar in it. It will sweeten a blend to give you that, to cut down on the harshness of the blend if it needs to be that way. So this was they just combined the two, because Perique is a very spicy. It's very, if you just smoke Perique by itself, it's rough. It is very potent. It's very, very harsh. So in order to cut down that harshness of the Perique, is they add the Virginia to sweeten that up a little bit. So yeah, it's got a unique scent. It really is just unbelievable how great it smells. It really is a great smell. Now, I wanted to come back to kind of let you know, and I've had people that have asked this: what is a vapor? Now, when I first started smoking pipes and I heard the word vapor, I thought, oh, well, what do? Do you put it like in water and you heat it up, and then when the vapor comes through, you smoke it through like a hookah pipe, or how does that work? I don't understand the word vapor, because that's kind of what it sounds like. It sounds like you put it in water and you steam it to where there's, vapor comes up, and then you smoke that. But no, it's quite simple. It's simple. What they do is they take the word Perique and Virginia, and they combine it. VA for the Virginia, and PER for the Perique. Vapor. So that's why it's called that. It's because they combined the two tobacco components that go into the blend, Virginia and Perique, and they just kind of put it together to make a vapor. All right, so now what we want to look at is the tobacco's got some lighter and darker. The lighter is going to be, of course, the Virginia, and the darker, of course, is going to be the Perique. Now, the Perique is not like black; it's just darker brown, and the Virginia is going to be lighter brown. Now, they're saying that this is a ribbon cut, but I think it feels to me more like a shag cut. Now, the difference between a shag and a ribbon is a shag is really thinly sliced to where it almost looks like hair. And then a ribbon is a little bit more cut, a little bit deeper, to where it has, kind of, well, what that is. But it's cut a little bit deeper. But this just, I don't know, the way I've always considered it more of a shag cut. It's closer to a shag cut than I think a ribbon. but that's just me. Oh, it's got a like raisiny scent to it, raisins or yeah, raisins. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to load our pipe, and we are going to give it a try. So, of course, what you do first is you fill it up first, fill it up, and then what I do is I usually if sometimes I use my fingers, sometimes I use my tamping tool. Tamp it down, but don't tamp it down too hard. Just kind of push it down in there. All right, and then you fill it up again. And the thing I like about shag cut is it's so easy to fill. Then you push it a little bit harder on the second fill, okay? But you still want to make sure you've got some springiness to it. And then you fill it again to the top. And then you want to really kind of push it down, but you still want that springiness. You still want it, you may not be able to see it from there, but you want it to spring back just a little. Then what you want to do is you want to check to make sure you got a good draw. You want a little bit of resistance. Not a whole lot, but just a little. And that's what I have. All right, now we're going to do our false light. And again, because this is so light, such a shag cut, close to a shag cut, it lights easier, and you may not have to do more than 2 lightings to get that good ember going. Now, I'll say that and I'll end up having to do more than 2, but we'll see. Oh yeah, look at that. If you could see it, I've got a pretty good ember going. Now, the Preak really is driving the bus. It's smoky, spicy. Deep, harsh. It's a very, very, yeah, it's very harsh. I mean, but I can still taste the breadiness of the Virginia, and the Virginia sweetens it. If you smoke, like I said before, I've heard of people taking Perique and soaking it in rum and smoking it that way. there's not a whole lot to this. You get what you get. You get Perique and you get Virginia. You don't get a lot of different flavors. There is bread in there. There's a hint of maybe the sweetness brings out maybe the slight taste of like raisins, but you got to really hunt for it. But I like it. It's very, very unique. It's a different taste. It's a vapor, but it's still, I think, under the umbrella of an English because there's no toppings. So it's just a straight tobacco. Very good. That Perique, boy, that Perique comes out. It's right there. It's if it's driving the bus, the Virginia is a couple of seats back, because I think it's just the Perique is. I mean, the Virginia is just there to tone down the Perique, but I think it has a hard time doing that, but because the Perique is so dominant, but it's still smokable. Mm, fantastic. All right, so um, now it comes to the review. So, as usual, I would like you guys to first give me a rating in emojis. It can be any kind of emoji you want. Could be skulls, cars, smiley faces, whatever. Give me that first. And then give me a synopsis of what you thought of the blend. Something else I didn't talk about is the moisture level. Again, moisture level for a lot of Peterson products are spot on. And this was spot on. Packed well, and it has just the right amount of moisture. But tell me, if was it too harsh for you? Not your style of tobacco. Best tobacco you've ever tasted. Just give me your rating. I do that so that way that new pipe smokers, if they find the channel and they want to know what tobaccos to order, think back when you were first smoking a pipe. There's I'd say thousands of different blends out there, and you're a new pipe smoker. You don't know what blends to get. You don't know. You might get a blend and then not know that it's no good. So what this does for the rating is it helps those new pipe smokers go to a blend club video and look and say, "Oh, look, check that out. This has got a mostly fours, threes, and fours. So this might be something I can order. If it's got ones and twos, then that may be something they might stay away from until they get more practice being a pipe smoker. So that's what the rating's for. And then, like I said, give me a synopsis of what you think of the blend. Is it for you? It's not for you. It's tastes wonderful. Taste doesn't agree with you. Whatever you want to put down. All right. So my rating for this tobacco, again, like I've told you in the past when we started this year, most of these blends that I smoke are blends that I really enjoy. They're my favorite blends. So this one, of course, for me, is 4 smiley face emojis out of 5. It is a very good blend, and I really do enjoy Elizabethan mixture. All right, well that's it for July. August, I think we're going back to an aromatic. So until then, I hope that every tobacco that you smoke is a sweet one.